Hello YouTube! Today I am decked out in my most mermaid fantastic wear to deliver to you the Feminism is my jam tag video. Basically, Kristina Horner and a couple of other people teamed up with Feminist Apparel to make a feminism tag video. And I'm gonna do it because why not? So, first up, how and when did you discover that you were a feminist? Well, I think I've always been one, honestly. I have always had strong women in my life. I have had compassionate and caring women. I have had women who have impressed upon me the importance of respect and going after what you want. And so, yeah. At some point in my college life, there were laws being passed in my state that were restricting women's rights, especially their access to healthcare, and that was when I sort of had my feminist awakening. But I've always been one, and I've always advocated for equal rights, and you know, honestly, my mom says that I was born moral, so there you have it. Second question, what is your favorite feminist book slash song slash movie slash thing? Sailor Moon in all of its forms. The Lizzie Bennet Diaries also comes to mind, and anything that involves women morphing into dragons. Because, you know, dragons, obviously. Where do I read up on current feminist topics? I actually, most of the time with anything that comes up in current events or in laws that are being passed or whatever, I try to go to the primary sources if I can. So that means that when things go crazy at Feminist Frequency, I'm going to Feminist Frequency to get my information. It's really important to me that I am seeing the primary sources, especially if it's involving something that has victims or people being attacked or whatever. I feel like it's really important to see their side of the story. So that's where I try to go. But everywhere that I am is feminist, because I kind of don't like to be in non-feminist spaces. And I tend to bring that with me everywhere I go, both online and in real life. How do I treat myself? Well, about every month and a half, I get out quite a few things, and I shave my legs, then I exfoliate, then I rinse, then I rub lotion into my legs, and I usually do this while I'm watching a Disney movie or a favorite movie of some kind, and it's nice to take that time to myself to appreciate my body and my legs for the things that they do for me, and to take care of them, and in doing so take care of myself. It's a really special thing, and as someone who has struggled with body image and weight her whole life, I really enjoy having just that pure positive interaction, which was a thing that I didn't do for myself growing up, and I so should have been. I also give myself the time and space and patience to grow and to not be super frustrated that I'm not going at the rate that I would like to be. What's the most effective way to explain feminism to a newbie? For me, I find that it is really helpful and important to talk about the history of the movement of feminism, because a lot of people only have their very limited context of their interaction with this word. And a lot of times that interaction with the label and the term feminism does not include the history of the movement of feminism, of the suffragettes and the civil rights movements and feminist involvement in that. So I find that it's really important to talk about that and to say, yes, okay, I get what you're saying about, you know, wanting to be humanitarian or equalist or wanting everyone to have equal rights, but you have to understand the history of this movement and why it is the way it is. That's really important. That's why it's worth taking the label of feminism, because these people who have come before you laid down the groundwork. I kick the patriarchy to the curb by, well, I mean, turning into a dragon is out. I think mostly I do so by talking about the things that are going on in my spheres and by bringing important feminist topics to people who might not be exposed to them otherwise. I try to bring more feminism and more discussion into those spaces because it's really important. The feminist YouTubers that I would recommend are Vlogged Life Nina, Lacey Green, Melly, and Dr. Doe from Sexplanations. What is my favorite feminist apparel shirt and why? I don't actually have a favorite feminist apparel shirt. I am not very familiar with their website beyond the fact that they create feminist shirts and things. I'm not really a t-shirt person, and from what I can tell, having browsed around on their site, their tank tops are not built for women who have busts, because a lot of the designs go from top of torso to like bottom of torso, and that doesn't work for women with busts. It really doesn't, especially if there are words or any kind of design really that goes too low. So I don't have a favorite, but I'd like to. If something ever comes up that seems like it would be a favorite and the design stops far enough up, I'd be willing to look again. And in general, I'm not opposed to feminist apparel. You should check out their stuff. I'm tagging Nina, Melly, and Postman Theater. Until next week, don't forget to be awesome. Bye, YouTube.